What are the causes of sexism within school dress codes? That is the topic of my research paper that I conducted over the past year. Sexism is a discrimination of an individual based on their gender, specifically catered usually towards girls. Dress codes in schools date back to the 1960s, and uniforms go all the way back to the 13th century. Schools have always been strict about having specific clothing types for both genders, but the issue of how it affects students is more relevant in this day of age because of the constantly changing social norms. Sexism in school dress codes is a serious problem that mostly affects girls, leading to the formation of gender stereotypes that reinforce unequal power dynamics. Sexism within school dress codes have been thoroughly researched and reviewed by countless people. However, my research angle focuses on the causes and deeply ingrained social and gender biases persisting in clothing restrictions within learning environments. The research methodology I used to offer evidence for my research paper took the shape of a survey. I asked 20 QSI Pápa students about their experiences with dress codes in the school and their opinions on it. The survey included yes or no questions, open-ended and hypothetical questions that left much room for sharing opinions of all participants. QSI Pápa has a rigid dress code, however, it is not as strict as many other schools. The students' ages that took my survey ranged from 12 to 21 years old, and their answers provided me with the necessary materials to conclude my research successfully. They offered answers to 34 of my questions, which went from their own experiences getting dress coded, the reasons for it, how it affected their view on dress codes, to their personal opinions on the necessity of dress codes in this day of age. The study had mixed results. However, ultimately, the questionnaire revealed bias and sexist tendencies among dress codes in the educational environment. All students answered with honesty, and I provided them animosity for them as to adhere to their sense of truth within the unknown. Literature review explained how traditional gender roles continue to influence dress codes today. These roles, such as emphasis on protecting women's modesty, lead to restrictive dress codes that disproportionately target girls. The survey indicates that girls face more severe consequences for dress code violations, such as showing skin on collarbones, waists, or thighs. Both the survey and the literature review reveal that dress codes targeting girls aim to make them appear less sexual or less distracting. The unequal enforcement of dress codes for girls and boys further reflects biases and historical societal expectations placed on women. Girls experience more scrutiny and restrictions than boys, revealed by the survey. This indicates that dress code policies are based on outdated notions of modesty. The literature review highlights the inequality in dress codes due to gender stereotypes, which enforce strict boundaries and create an unfair learning environment. The survey shows that gender stereotypes significantly influence dress code policies, supporting the literary data. Modern fashion trends conflict with what is deemed appropriate attire in educational settings. The limited availability of suitable clothing in stores such as Bershka, Pull&Bear, H&M, and Zara highlight the challenges girls face when shopping for school-appropriate clothes. The survey reveals that many students struggle to adhere to dress code restrictions because current fashion trends emphasize short shorts, tank tops, and dresses that are considered inappropriate for school. Unrealistic rules restrict girls' clothing choices and make them feel alienated for not finding suitable school attire. Boys, however, do not face this issue as clothing stores typically offer longer clothing options. This inequality emphasizes the challenge of finding acceptable clothing choices for girls within the constraints of current fashion trends. Both the survey and literature review suggest gender-neutral dress code policies as a solution to address sexism in dress codes. Students and researchers propose practical remedies to resolve the issue. The research highlights the need to reevaluate and reform dress code policies to create a fairer and more inclusive environment. Policies must prioritize mental health and academic achievement, ensuring the dress codes do not disproportionately target or harm any group of students. Reviewing all the causes of sexism within school dress codes is a first step in creating unbiased and equal learning institutions. Implementing gender-neutral dress codes and adopting more equitable methods of enforcement can help mitigate the negative impacts of current dress code policies, promoting a safer and more supportive educational environment for all students.